Hello everyone, this is Mark Damon coming to you with a screencast in response to an email I received from a special education teacher who wanted to set up a communication channel for each student in her class, but didn't want the students to see each other's communication with the teacher. So she wanted to maintain some privacy, but also make it an efficient way to communicate and keep a log of all those communications. So I'm going to show you how to set that up in Google Classroom. Like most things, there's a little bit of time involved in setting it up at first, but once you have it set up, I think it's going to be just what you're looking for in terms of communicating with students in an efficient manner. So right now I'm in a teacher's view, and I'm in a classroom just called Demo Class. The first step in this process is just to create a topic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Classwork. I'm going to click on Create. And I'm going to click on Topic, and I'm going to call this Communication Logs. You can call it anything you want. And I'm going to click Add. So I've just created a topic called Communication Logs, and now what I'm going to do is under that topic, I'm just going to create a communication board for each student in my class. So I'm going to go back to Create. I'm going to click on Question, and I'm going to call this Communication Log for, and then you're going to name the student, maybe their initials or whatever. I'm just going to call mine SK, Communication Log for SK. Over here where it says All Students, I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to check off All Students, because this board is only for one student. This board is for SK. Under Points, I'm going to make this ungraded. I created a topic already called Communication Logs, and students can reply to each other. I'm going to check that off, and I'm going to click Ask. So I've just created a communication log for one student, SK. So now I'm going to go and hit Create, Question, and basically I'm going to go through the same process for the next student in my class. Communication log for, we'll call this one S1. I'm going to uncheck All Students because this is only for one student, S1. It's ungraded. The topic is Communication Logs. Students can reply to each other. I'm going to check that off, and I'm going to click Ask. And now under my Communication Logs topic, you can see I have two students. And I'm going to go through that one more time just so that you can see it. Create, Question, Communication Log for S2. This will be the third student in my class. Make sure you uncheck All Students because this is only for one student, S2. It's ungraded. The topic is Communication Logs. Students can reply to each other. I'm going to check off, and I click Ask. So now as a teacher, I have three students in my class. Each one has their own communication log, and it's under a topic, which makes it nice and organized for me under Communication Logs. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to a student view so that you can see what it looks like. Let's hop over to our first student, SK. Here we are in SK's classroom. I have two classrooms here. I'm going to go over to the demo class, and you can see I have one post, and you can see that it's the communication log for SK. I want you to notice what I don't have. I don't have the communication log for S1 or S2, my classmates. I only have the communication log for SK. So when I click on that, I can add a comment right now to the teacher. Hey teach, having fun yet? And I click Send. Now I'm going to show you another student in the class. Here I am with S1, another student. If I click on the classroom, you can see that I have a communication log post for S1. Notice I don't see anything that was happening with SK and the teacher. If I click on S1, I can say, I am getting bored. I miss school. And I hit Send. So S1 is just communicated with teacher. I'm going to show you now going back to SK. Here I am back with SK. I just wanted you to see that SK is not seeing anything that S1 wrote to the teacher or that the teacher wrote to S1, and vice versa. S1's not seeing anything from SK. So now let's take a look at what it looks like from the teacher's point of view. Here I am back at the teacher's classroom. Now, every time a student asks a question or posts a comment, I'm going to get an email about that too. That way I don't have to constantly check my classroom. I'll get an email and I can click on the comment right from the email to respond. But you're going to notice here under communication logs, SK and S1 both have a little post-it note with a 1 next to it because those two students commented back to the teacher. So if I click on communication log for SK, I have one class comment. If I click on that, I can see, hey teach, having fun yet? Yuppers. And I click send. So now that student will be getting the response. So as you can see, I've now created a communication channel for me and each student in my class so that I can answer questions and support my students, but none of the other students are going to see that communication log. So it's a great way to keep efficient communication with students, maintain it all in one location, and make it very efficient. I hope that helps. Don't forget, you have a tech teacher, you have Christy Green, and you certainly have me. We're all here to help you through this time. Thank you very much. Keep those emails coming.